Good day everyone. Good day Ma'am Gemma. I am Agnes S. Tumbaga, the next reporter of the day. So, let's start. Number 4. On 500 BC, papyrus roll was used. Papyrus is made from a plant, chief writing material in ancient Egypt. So, it is a flexible, smooth surface and which accepts and retains ink without blur or smudge. So, so papyrus so papyrus was a crucial material used in ancient Egypt noong around 500 BC na pangunahin nilang ginagamit sa pagsusulat ay gawa sa plant. So, here are uses of papyrus. Una ay ang writing material. Papyrus was used by scribes to write important texts, including religious documents, administrative records, literary works, legal contracts, and personal letters. The ink was typically made from soot or ochre mixed with water and gum. Next is scrolls. Papyrus sheets were often glued together to form long scrolls, which were rolled up for storage. A typical scroll could contain an entire book or a significant portion of a larger work. And lastly, artistic use. Papyrus was sometimes used for painting or drawing, especially in religious contexts. And next is number 5, 220 BC. Chinese small seal writing was developed. Small seal script is small and vertically rectangular form of shuten, leading further to creating the first Chinese dictionary, the Area. So yung Area, the earliest known Chinese dictionary or glossary. It dates back to around the 3rd century BCE and serves as a significant reference for understanding the classical Chinese language, especially ancient texts. And it remains popular through the Han Dynasty. The Han Dynasty is one of the most significant and influential dynasties in Chinese history. So, the Han Dynasty is divided into two major periods. Number 1, the Western Han with its capital at Chang'an. And the number 2, the Eastern Han with its capital of Luoyang. And next is number 6, 100 AD book, Parchment Codex, replacement for papyrus roll. So, the term codex is now reserved for older manuscript books katulad ng nakikita nyo sa picture, which mostly use sheets of vellum, parchment, or papyrus rather than paper. Parchment is made from the skin of an animal and has considerably more strength and durability than papyrus. So yung parchment daw is a writing material made from skins ng animals, typically sheep, goats, or calves. Next is oldest books made from compiled parchment. So, alamin natin kung ano ang oldest book dito sa ating mundo. What is the world's oldest books? The oldest extant printed book is a work of the Diamond Sutra. The Diamond Sutra, also known as the Diamond Cutter Sutra or Vajrakhedika Prajnaparamita Sutra, is a remarkable Buddhist text and is considered the world's oldest printed book. Next, number 7, 105 AD. Woodblock printing and paper was invented by the Chinese. Image is carved in reverse on a piece of wood. The block is then inked and printed on a substance like paper or fabric. Ink was made from plant pigments, animal liquids, or animal bile. So wood block printing is a simple sense is the technique used to create images or text by carving a design into a pieces of wood. I have an example on how to make a woodblock printing. Carving. An image or text is carved into the surface of a woodblock. The parts that will appear in the final print are left raised, while the rest is cut away. The design is carved in reverse like a mirror image because it will be flipped when printed. Inking. Ink is applied to the raised surfaces of the block. When the block is lifted, the design appears in the correct orientation on the paper or fabric. Next is number 8, 1455. Johannes Gutenberg invented the movable printing press. Si Johannes Gutenberg ay kilala sa pagdidisenyo at pagtatayo ng unang kilalang mechanized printing press sa Europe. Movable printing press, more efficient than the woodblock printing style, and it uses movable components to reproduce information on a medium paper. So the movable printing press was a groundbreaking invention that allowed for the more efficient reproduction of text compared to the woodblock printing. In woodblock printing, entire pages had to be carved into blocks of wood, which was labor-intensive and time-consuming. Once carved, the block could only print a single page repeatedly, limiting flexibility. The movable printing press, however, used individual, movable components like metal letters or characters that could be arranged and rearranged to form different texts. This meant that after printing one page, the components could be reused to print another, making the process faster, more cost-effective, and more adaptable. By allowing the mass production of printed material on paper, the movable press or the movable printing press significantly accelerated the spread of information, revolutionizing communication and knowledge dissemination. So next is number 9, 1755. Samuel Johnson published his book, A Dictionary of the English Language, Standardized English Spelling, one of the most influential dictionaries in the history of English language. And it consists of more than 40,000 words, written for 8 years, used in clarification of English words. So, A Dictionary of the English Language ni Samuel Johnson noong 1755 ay isang groundbreaking na gawain na tumulong na gawing pamantayan yung pagbaybay at paggamit ng English. Bago ang paglalathala nito, ang pagbabaybay ng English ay hindi pa pare-pareho kasi may mga pagkakaiba sa anyo ng mga salita depende sa personal na kagustuhan. So Johnson's dictionary played a critical role in regularizing spelling, bringing more uniformity to English language. Ito ay itinuturing na isa sa mga pinaka-maimpluwensyang dictionary sa kasaysayan ng wikang English. At naglalaman ito ng higit sa 40,000 na words or salita, bawat isa ay sinasamahan ng mga detalyadong kahulugan at mga halimbawa mula sa panitikan na nililinaw yung kanilang mga kahulugan at paggamit nito. So, ang trabaho daw ni Johnson ay tumagal ng 8 years to use in clarification of English words. So, number 10, 1802, Library of Congress was established in U.S. main research arm of the U.S., largest library in the world, 200 million resources per year, and one mainly for law making. Ang Library of Congress ay ang pangunahing research ng mga US government at nagsisilbi din itong pinakamalaking library sa mundo. Ayan, katulad ng nasa picture, ganyan ang itsura ng Library of Congress sa may US. And it holds over 200 million resources including books, manuscripts, recordings, maps, and more. At meron din itong one mainly for lawmaking by providing them with access to vital information for creating and reviewing legislation. Letter B, carbon arc lamp was invented. The carbon arc lamp consists of two carbon rods that when touched together produce an electric arc. Once the arc is formed, the rods are slowly drawn apart and the arc is maintained between them. The electric current hits the tips of the carbon rods, causing the carbon to vaporize, which produces a highly luminous arc. This intense light is the result of the heated carbon vapor, which is extremely bright and visible from a distance. The carbon arc lamp used in the libraries used for projection and assimilation of information in libraries. And lastly, number 11, 1824. Research on Persistence of Vision or POV was established in 1824. POV or Persistence of Vision concept of how our brain sees individual images as a sequence of motion. When still images are fast-tracked, it appears like it is moving and it leads to motion pictures. So this is my report. Next reporter is Miss Danielle Faye Ma.